Hey Josh, here's that riff that we were working on the other day. So I'll play it fast and then I'll slow it down. That was kind of slow, here's faster. So basically all we did was we took this D shape and then we took this A shape and we just moved it around. We're in the key of D because the 1, 4, 5s are D, G, and A. So you can't see on my guitar, but this is the 3rd fret. There's D, there's the root note D, 8th fret, root note G, 10th fret, root note A. I'll put some lines on my guitar or something so you can see it. And this is in movable shape too, and the root note's right here in the middle of it. This little 3-note shape. So we have A. When we moved it up to here, this is A, B on the G string, C, D. So this is an A chord, and this is a D chord. So I'll put a tab on there so you can see it better. But here's slow, so. Use that open string to kind of give us time to get up to this G chord. And this is the A chord, but you start with this sus4 with your pinky up there. So it's like this. This is the D sus4. Here's the A sus4 up on the 10th fret, on the B string 10th fret. So I'll do it really slow. So here's D major. Major, so this is like a really simple standard riff, but it uses a lot of the basic ideas. So really slow, one more time. I'll see if you can see my right hand better. I'll do it with my fingers so you can really see it. Hit this string, the D string, and the A string for the A chord. Time, then you actually use the D string again for the G chord, but it's part of the G chord because the 3 notes in G are G, B, D. And then you hit the A string for this D chord because A is also part of the D major chord, D, F sharp, A. And then you hit the A string on this chord if you want to add it. I didn't add it on the other part. So real quick, let's just move this shape around so you can see how to use it better. I'll move closer. So here's A major, right? You can't move it if you use the A strings. I'm hitting the A string. So you gotta only use these 3 if you want to move it. So the 3 notes, it's an inverted chord because the root note is right here. It's not the lowest note. If you're only using these 3, so here's A. Here's C sharp. And here's E. So if you want to move it, you got to track this note right here, this A. So this would be A major. Because this note on the G string is A, and this is the major shape. This, if you moved it here, this would be A sharp major, B major, C major, C sharp major, D major, E major. You can keep going. Another way to think about this chord, which might make more sense, is if you take this bar chord that everyone hates. It's a little clearer. You can also track the root note right here. So if you imagined if you had to hold this down to play your A chord, you had to hold the A string down. You could see the. You can kind of see you'd have to hold that down right there, and then you have this bar chord. So here's the root note, B flat or A sharp, and then there's the 3 notes. So there's the note we were tracking when you're moving this shape around. Or you could track it here, which sometimes I'll just visualize it. Like I'm only holding this down, but in the corner of my eye I'm watching this note too. Because this is so familiar that it's sometimes easier just to look at this really quick. So like if you move this shape up to the 5th fret, this is a C major chord. Or you could track the root note right here. Same thing. This is D major. So here's the shape that we actually use on the 7th fret. The G string, 7th fret is D. You have this little shape. So you could imagine this shape there. Even though you're only holding this down, you could just spot this note and know it was a D major shape. So sometimes you can do that if you're not too familiar with the G string, because a lot of people don't really know the G string. They only know E, the E, A, and maybe like the B string really well. So that's another way to do it. So here it is. I'll play it slow again, then medium, then fast, and that'll be it. Medium. And fast. And if you want to end it, the key is D, so you got to find a D note somewhere or D chord somewhere. So you could do a D chord right here, you could slide into it on 7th fret. There's one more time, because whenever you end a song, you usually want to end on the root note or the root chord, and you can do a lot of stuff in between, or you could end on the wrong chord just to be kind of weird, or you could end on, like, people are expecting D major, you could end on D minor just to be a little strange. But I'm just getting on D major. I'm getting on this D major right here. Why don't I end on the full bar chord? So I'll play it one more time. I'll end on the full D major bar chord. This is that 5th string bar chord. A, B, C, D. So I'll end on that one. I'll slide from here, from the 3rd fret, C major. I'll go. There we go, one more time.